Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I created those cinematic speed ramping car shots you just saw. And guess what? You don't need a camera, you don't need a gimbal, you definitely don't need a pricey setup. All you need is Unreal Engine, Blender, After Effects, and a laptop that can use and run Unreal Engine. In this part 1, we are going to rig a car model in Blender using the free plugin which is known as UE4 Vehicle Rigging Add-on and prepare it perfectly for Unreal Engine. So stay till the end because if you miss the rigging, nothing will work in the UE. So let's start. First, we'll get down by searching 3D car model. These are free car models that are provided by Sketchfab. You can search whatever the model. Pick a model with clean geometry. Avoid models with random amateur or broken parts. Once downloaded, import model into Blender. So I downloaded this car model. I have the I have the model. So now what we need to do? Open the Blender scene. First part is to delete. There are two ways to import a model in Blender. File, import FBX and select the file. Or we can go with just drag and drop. So just drag and drop, import FBX. We can do this, import FBX. We imported the car model. So select the car model. What we need to check is, first thing, look for any existing armature or bones present in the car. If there is one, delete it completely because it messes up the rigging part. Select all objects, apply scale. Set correct dimensions. This will be done later in the process of making a rig using UE4 plugin. So don't bother with scaling up things. Just be let it be like that. This is the critical. If your scale is wrong, Unreal Engine physics and animation will break later. So it will be set up by the plugin. So don't bother with it. Before rigging, we need to separate and group parts properly. First, we need to check whether the model has separate parts or combined parts. Yeah, this model has all separate parts. What we need to do is combine the model parts. So make them into separate wheels, separate body part. There are two ways to combine things. One, select the parts which you want, Control J to join things. As you can see, it made as a whole part. Or to separate things, Tab P by loose parts. Just wait a minute, it will separate. As you can see, now it separated the parts. As you can see, it separated the whole part. So in this way, we can select the part and separate by selection or combine. Let me combine the whole parts as a one. The separate for wheel and the body. Okay, now we need to import the model. So what I do means drag and drop. There are two ways to do that. First, let me drag and drop so you will see what I'm doing. Or file, export, import FBX. In this way, you can select the location. In this way, you can easily do things. Otherwise, after importing the model, select that, go into that. Now, the crucial steps are okay. Now that we imported the car model and cleaned up the basic issues, let's start preparing it for rigging. First, the basic issues are we need to check whether there is amateur or not. If you're having any pre-existed amateur, completely delete it. If we are having that amateur which was pre-imported from the model, it will mess up the rigging workflow that I'm going to teach you. Before that happens, remove the amateur and see whether everything is works fine. Yeah, everything is fine. And let me save the scene. So before anything happens, yeah, I saved the scene. Right now, the car model might be split into multiple objects or named randomly, which is common in downloaded models. So let's fix that. Select all body objects. See, everything is selected. To select something and make it to combine, select two objects, Control J. So as you can see, it's it added things, it combined things. To separate things, get into tab P by loose parts. It will separate the parts, but I don't want that, right? So after doing that, let's combine parts. Let's combine part. Now we combine the objects as we need. Right now the car model might be split into multiple objects. Now I combine the model like car body and separate wheels. Naming is very important here. So to name, click F2 or double tap here to get the option to rename the options. Now what we need to do is we need to name it very properly so that you won't get confused later. I named it as a car body. After that FL, which is front left, which is the here right, RL, which is rear left. In this way, RL, RR, FL, FR. You give this type of naming so that you won't get confused. After completing everything, first what we need to do is in the Unreal Engine, the orientation will be X forward, Z upward. So here as you can see, this is Y forward. Select the model, rotate Z 90. Yeah, as you can see, now X forward, Z upward. Here you can see it, right? X forward, Z upward. Now we made it. What we need to do is after doing everything, select the object. Before doing anything, we need to download the UE4 Vehicle Rig plugin for Blender, and don't worry, it's completely free. The download link is in the description below, so grab it and keep the zip file without extracting the zip file. Once you downloaded it, follow my steps. Edit, Preferences, in Add-ons, click this drop down, Install from disk, select that zip file and install from disk. That's it, you got that. After that, you need to check whether it's working or not. Yeah, see, I enabled it. Unreal Engine for Vehicle Rigger. This is the plugin that I'm using currently, which is a free plugin. After doing that, to view the plugin where it's present, it will be in the side panel in the Blender's viewport. To get the side panel, the hotkey is N, UE4 plugin. That's it, guys. You got that. Set unit scale, upscale objects. It's not upscaled yet. Upscale object. Yeah, you got an model which is upscaled one based on the Unreal Engine. Now we got everything. Now we need to rig it right using this plugin. Before that, here you can see vehicle base. Vehicle base is a root of the rig. We can't assign this as a root. To assign this as a root, we need to create and separate. We can give an empty or a normal cube some object which can be used for the root. So let me reduce it so low. Yeah, yeah, we'll keep it somewhere here. This is the root. Save the object, save the file, then go to UE4, select the vehicle base as cube using this picker. Then vehicle FR. I said you right. Naming is very important in this plugin because you will get confused easily while doing the rigging. FR, which is FR. RR, which is this. FL, which is this. RL, which is this. Now assigning things completed. We upscale the objects. Now we need to rig the vehicle. That's it, guys. We completed the rigging. But what you need to remember is we set rig for root wheels, not for the car body. To set this, what we need to do, go there, tab into edit mode, go into edit mode, select some armature which is bone, armature bone, shift D, using shift D, duplicate it, rename it, which is body, and see whether it's parented to the root. So let me go to the armature. armature. As you can see, it's separated. What we need to do to parent, we can select that, we can parent it, or else we can go here in the bone, in the relations. Here parent, there is no parent for that. Select the root. As you can see, it went into the hierarchy of that root. Now as you can see, the root is a parent of all the sub childs of this. In this way we can parent. Now what we need to do is select the car body, go into edit mode, go into data. What we need to do is create new vertex group, rename as body, same name as the bone that you created previously. Sorry, it's in capitals, so let me write body. Yeah, we completed it. The next step is to assign. This is very important. Without assigning, the bone won't get information of this assign. Yeah, we assign that. Then get into object mode. The next step is to check whether we have the modifier. Yeah, the modifier is missing here. As you can see, there's a modifier for this armature. For the car body, the modifier is missing. So let me add a modifier which is armature. Select the object armature. As you can see, now everything works fine. Let me check whether everything has this modifier. Yeah, everything has it except this one. Now the final step is to check whether the bones are properly working. To do that, go into pose mode. In pose mode, select, wait, let me select and bone, which is body. Let me rotate to see whether the body is ascent. It's not ascent, bro. It's not ascent. So what we need to do is go again, select this. Let me check whether the body, what is that we have as, yeah, capital body. We have capital, we gave it as a small. This is a mistake we did. What we need to do, tab, go into data. Let me select, change it to capital body, completed, assign, tab, save the scene. Let me check again whether it's working or not. Let me go into pose mode and selecting the body. Now as you can see, it works fine, right? This is very important. That's why I'm saying naming is very important in this rig. Now tab, save, everything is work fine. Before that, we need to check whether everything's working for the bone. So go into pose mode again, select, yeah, wheels are working, everything is working. So let me select root and let me rotate. Yeah, everything is rotating. So the bone is working perfectly fine. Now the final step is to export things to the FBX format. So the FBX file is used in Unreal Engine. Now what we need to do is file, export, FBX. In the settings, what we need to do is select armature, mesh, other, and as I said previously, in the Unreal Engine, what we need to do is the forward is X and up is Z. This is very important. Unreal Engine has this orientation which is X forward, Z up. After in geometry, we change it to face. In armature, disable this, add leaf bones. We don't want. And we're not having the animation, we have the rig. No need of this animation. That's it, guys. These are the settings for export. Select the file location, name it properly, and export FBX. We got the FBX file. In the next part, we'll export this rigged car into Unreal Engine, download a free environment from Fab, and start setting up cinematic camera shots using sequencer in Unreal Engine. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.